I really don't know how to start this, but I think I just have to do something about it. I just have to start somewhere, and hopefully this will be the beginning of doing something about a problem, an addiction to porn and to pornography and masturbation. I just yesterday I was asked by the head of my Sunday school to prepare to teach the Sunday school, and the topic was something I really didn't want to talk about. Sexual vices was the topic of the Sunday school, and I was like, why should it be me? I didn't want to talk about this, and if I have to talk about it, it means I have to pretend a lot. And so I thought to myself, what should I do? Should I ask him to give it to someone else? But on the second thought, this type of person that opportunity to speak and to teach, I really don't like to turn it down. So I decided, so okay, let me just prepare and teach it. After all, I'm a teacher, and I could probably just teach it, and that would be it. But when I started preparing for the Sunday school, which actually took place this morning, and it's because of the lockdown, it has to be online. I thought to myself and I said, don't you think that this is the best time to stop this habit? Don't you think that this is the best time to stop pornography and masturbation? Now, let me put it clear. I've been trying to stop this for several years. Let me share briefly on my story of how I went into masturbation and pornography. And of course, it's a very lengthy one, but I'll just share briefly, and subsequent videos I will talk more about it. And I also want to believe that this is the beginning of another journey. So in 1998, I can remember vividly. I was on holiday, and one day we were in the sea fishing, and we were about three in the canoe fishing, and all of us are boys. Well, I was a teenager then. So one of my cousin, who was also a teenager, boys, sometimes we do some stupid and funny things. So it was hot in the sun, but we have to all go stark naked. We were in the sea. So one of my cousins started stroking his penis, and his penis erected, and he kept stroking it. I was just watching. He just kept stroking it, with his bare hands, just kept stroking it. And after about 15 minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes or so, he ejaculated. And for me, ejaculation at that time was strange. I have had a girlfriend, and then I've had sex maybe once or twice, but I really didn't think I ejaculated, so I couldn't really tell how it feels. So I saw him ejaculating, and he was moaning, and I was like, what's this? But well, we laughed, and then I just joined them to laugh as if it was something I'm used to. I never knew anything about masturbation then. So, and then, but the way he was moaning, I felt he really enjoyed what happened, and so I thought as much and said, okay, this might be painful. I think if the way he stroked his penis, if he had to rub soap in his hand and do that, that would probably make it easier, and it might feel like you are actually penetrated into a vagina. So when I went to bathe, I attempted it. Rub soap in my hands and then stroke my penis. Kept stroking until I got an erection, and then kept stroking it until after a while I ejaculated, and I had that same feeling that my cousin had, and I was like, wow, is this it? Is this orgasm? I had never had an orgasm before. Remember I said I've had sex like twice before then, but never really had an orgasm. So that was the beginning of a habit that I have done, except for a period of about 3 or 4 years. I stopped it. I will share those stories later. But somehow I got into it again, and it's beginning to be an issue with me. I want to stop it, and I also know that there are a lot of people who are going through this same situation, but because it's a shameful thing to talk about it, a lot are in it, and then they can't say anything about it, and because they can't say anything about it, they keep finding themselves going back into it. I am not saying that I have overcome it. I am just starting this journey. I want to believe that the journey of talking about the habit, the addiction, pornographic addiction and masturbation, talking about it and making it public will also help not just others, but even myself to overcome this habit. I've read stories, I've watched YouTube videos of people who said by talking about it, they have been able to overcome it. I don't know if that is very truthful, but I want to toe that line, and I want to see how to stop it, because it's actually having a lot of negative effects on me and a lot of things around me. So I want to start a journey of sharing my story of how I went into pornography and addiction, and how it's been affecting me, and I want to believe that it's a journey that's going to bring about liberation. Just watch out for more of my videos and maybe articles. I will keep posting you about this. Thank you very much.